What's up? In this video, we will look at how to determine the empirical formula of magnesium oxide from this apparatus. So for this experiment, a sample of magnesium is heated in a crucible until it reacts with oxygen in the air using this apparatus. So the crucible is opened periodically to allow oxygen to enter. So how can you find the empirical formula using this apparatus? So we have an example here. First of all, the mass of crucible and lead is given to us, and then the mass of crucible, lead, and magnesium before heating. That's when the magnesium is added, and then we see an increase in mass, that's 38.9, and the last one is mass of crucible, lead, and contents after heating. So in order to find the empirical formula, first of all we need to know the mass of both magnesium and oxygen. So mass of magnesium is this minus this. Before heating, a minus when there was nothing in the lead, so that would be 38.9 minus 38.71, so that will give you 0.19 gram. And for the mass of oxygen, subtract this from this, so that will be 39.02 minus 38.9, so that will give you 0.12 gram. After finding the mass, the next step will be finding the mole of both magnesium and oxygen. So the mole will be mass divided by molar mass. So for magnesium, we found the mass to be 0.19 divided by 24.31, so you will get 7.8 times in the power of 3 minus 3. And for oxygen, you get the answer to be mass over molar mass, that is 0.12 divided by 16, so that will give you 7.5 times 10 to the power minus 3. And for the next step, you divide both by the simplest whole number ratio, so that would be 7.8 times 10 to the power minus 3 and 7.5 minus 10 to the power minus 3. This is obviously smaller than this, so you divide both sides by 7.5 times 10 to the power minus 3 and 7.5 times 10 to the power minus 3. This will give you 1, and also 1, because there's no difference, there's no big difference between 7.8 times 10 to the power minus 3 and 7.5 times 10 to the power minus 3, so you have to round up, so that will give you 1 as well. So our empirical formula would be magnesium oxide, with both of them having 1 subscript. So we have found our empirical formula, and also there are errors when conducting this experiment. Some of them are the magnesium used was not pure, and the product was something other than magnesium oxide, such as magnesium nitride, and some product was lost when the lead was removed to allow oxygen in. So they ask you this type of questions like normally at the end of a calculation, like it goes for 1 mark, so make sure you take note of this.